Hey friends, I wanted to show you the first example all done just so you could have a very clear sense of what I'm asking for. I know you can read directions. It says take each standard form quadratic, part A, give it to me in factored form, part B, give it to me in a form that has a binomial squared. Then check all your answers over on decimals. I'll show you in the video how to do that if you're not sure. And then give a rough sketch where I want you to label the x-intercepts, the y-intercept, and the vertex. This is kind of how it should look. I will say I'm not requiring anybody to use the area models. So if you know how to factor without an area model, be my guest. If you know how to get to this form that has a binomial squared without using an area model, be my guest. If you need another example of how to get this form, there's another video in this post that shows how to do an even more complicated one than we did in class to get a standard form quadratic to vertex 1. But this is all I want for the answers. That's how I want the graph to look. That's how I want them labeled. And as far as checking goes, we're just going to open up Desmos and graph each of these things. So here I am at Desmos, and I'm going to type in the original problem and my answers. I'm just going to pause the video and do that, so you're just going to see them pop up all of a sudden. No, I'm actually not going to do it that way. I'm going to type in x squared minus 6x minus 5. That was the original problem. If I need to adjust the window so I can see what's going on, I can just drag and drop things. Is that really what it is? X squared, oh, it's plus 5. So that looks kind of weird to me. You can pull your window around. That's the original problem. I think the factored form is supposed to be x minus 5 times x plus 1, so I'll type that in. I mean x minus 1? Wow, I'm making a lot of mistakes. Am I doing it on purpose to show you what happens if you make a mistake, or is it an accident? I'll never know. But when I typed in the wrong answer, I had two very clearly different parabolas. Of course, my factored form was x minus 5, x minus 1. That's what I should have typed in. And now I see that that blue parabola lands directly on the red one. So I got the factored form correct. And then my vertex form I thought was x minus 3 squared minus 4. X minus 3 y squared. And I use the arrow key to get that down, minus 4. And yes, all these graphs are directly on top of each other. That's a good indicator that they're all equivalent expressions. And as far as the graph goes, I'm going to zoom out a little bit by mousing over. I want you guys to know I'm not going crazy here. Like, let's look at one specific graph. Oh, suddenly, it'll show you exactly where these points are. You can just click on them. So I do want you to write those coordinates down on the axes. You can see that I did all that. I wrote those coordinates down, but I didn't do any kind of weird calculation. I just looked at decimals and it was there. So that's what I want you guys to do for at least 4 other problems, and then plus I definitely want everyone to do that very last problem. So good luck, my friends.